people go Elvis.
Love me tender.
There's private footage offering a peek into family life and an exclusive interview with the woman who was Mrs. Elvis Presley.
It was as if every song he sang was the first time he sang it.
Don't you know?
We'll hear from the pop stars he inspired.
It wasn't just that I wanted to be like Elvis, I wanted to wake up and found I was Elvis.
And we'll get the inside track from those who knew Elvis best.
He had that charisma about him. There were sparks flying. And we had a lot of fun.
Welcome to the nation's favourite Elvis song.
Thank you very much.
There have been many pretenders, but there is only one king. With a staggering 1 billion records sold, Elvis Presley didn't just change music, he was a revolution on legs.
He was one of a kind, he changed everything.
And Britain has now loved Elvis tender for over half a century.
No one makes a party rock better than Elvis.
Tonight we'll tell the stories behind 20 Elvis classics, chosen in conjunction with the Presley estate and voted for in an exclusive ITV poll. But just which song will be number one?
I think Britain will probably, I gotta guess, Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Return to sender.
Suspicious Minds, Love Me Tender. Jailhouse Rock has to be up there.
Elvis Presley was a pioneer of the 20th century, a man whose music was to break down many barriers.
Somehow or other, this poor white boy had taken on board all of this richness of black music culture and was able then to share it with the mainstream.
God created Elvis. That's it.
So sit back and prepare to take in 90 minutes of rock and roll genius as we go in search of the nation's favourite Elvis song. Ladies and gentlemen, the King is in the building. And talking of kings, we start our countdown with one of three in our chart written by the legendary Lieber and Stoller, the title track from one of Elvis's early movies.
A combination of bassy, down, dirty rhythm and blues and jazz in it. There's a man in New Orleans and he's a rock and roll, he's a guitar man. Oh, wow.
He lays down a beat like a ton of cola. He goes by the name of King Creole. You know he's gone, gone, gone. Jumping like catfish on a pole.
King Creole song is great. Lieber and Stoller. They're, to me, up there with probably the greatest.
The king starts to do it, it's as good as done. He holds his guitar like a Tommy gun. He starts to growl down in his throat. He bends a string and that's all she wrote. You know it's gone.
In truth, we never thought it was one of our great songs.
King Creole, he sings a song about a crawdad hole. He sings a song about a jelly roll. He sings a song about a pork and greens. He sings some blues about a New Orleans.
We were surprised to find out that a lot of people really loved it, especially in England.
It's gone, 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 and the back of chicken King Creole.
At 19, it's an emotionally charged song from Elvis's 1968 TV special, and one inspired by the deaths of two American leaders.
Amazing grace.
It was a very difficult time for America. First, Martin Luther King was assassinated.
And I remember when Elvis heard that, his eyes were watery, and he said, he always told the truth.
I have a dream, my poor little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Then, when we were actually in pre-production, Bobby Kennedy was murdered in Los Angeles.
It was decided that Elvis's TV special needed to include a musical call for hope in troubled times.
I went to Earl Brown, our choral director, and I said, you got to write a great song to close the show.
There must be lights burning brighter somewhere. Got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, oh why can't my dream come true?
When I first heard that song, I thought it was one of the greatest songs. It's trying to make people think.
There must be peace and understanding sometimes.
It was so heartfelt.
Strong wind of promise that will blow away.
Every line in that song was Elvis, how he felt.
If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope keeps shining on everyone.
And when Elvis sang a song that he loved, he'd get lost.
That sun
You'd forget people were around. You're like witnessing a moment. You almost feel like you're invading his privacy.
We're lost in a cloud.